Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the land. This is Kinetic League Columbus at Game Arena. I am joined by Zarin, and the game we got now is Pboys versus Sylyx.
Yeah, this is going to be one heck of a series. I mean, finally getting to this series, Pboys coming out of first in their respective group. That would be Group A, and Sylyx coming out second. So the 1 and 4 seeds overall taking on each other. And Sylyx, the defending champs here at Kinetic Leagues, who won this tournament last April and are looking to do a repeat. And, well, this is the winter semis. So we are just a couple rounds away from getting to the grand finals, and much anticipated grand finals at that. Pboys looking to continue their run. Haven't had to play much today. Only one series under their belt, but currently sitting at 5-0 and have yet to drop a map in this entire series.
Yep, they were our first seed, so they did go ahead and get a bye. Sylyx dragging themselves up from a little bit lower of a seed. I do believe they were our 4th seed, and to get here, they beat Shiesty MF, Money 8s, and Onyx Origin. Onyx Origin being a pretty solid team, doing pretty good stuff yesterday. But, yep, as you can see, everybody is locked in, ready to go, focused as can be. That is Sylyx right there, and Logan Prod got a little bit of a solid interview with him yesterday after Decimate went in and quite literally lived up to his namesake. Let's not forget, 17-2 in the Search and Destroy. And so as soon as we get out of this hotel, might be seeing a little bit more of that.
Yeah, I think this one's going to be a doozy. This might be a Game 5 grueler for both of these teams. But we'll see how they start off now. This is going to be, I believe, Pboys map pick here on map number 1. So Sylyx with the first 8 seconds. But Pboys looking to answer back. They do have the favorite side, at least for P2. And with a nice 4 wipe there, they will retain control of D1 and D2. But Cheeto gonna be sliding on in and retaking that just like that for his Sylyx squad.
Yeah, and Stuki finding another one as well, just like that. Pboys go from being in a very good position to being in a slightly less good position. However, if Schnapps can manage to find Cheeto, which he cannot, they could stabilize the situation. But Sylyx, I swear, this is the second game in a row where we see a team go and get full team wiped and then instantly flip it on the enemy team. It's just something about this map today, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's hotel, and again, from what we've seen, it's been a lot of the same. Just flip, 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 flip every time they get. And you see the 3-team hit there from Pboys, and wow, good shots from Stuki. Got help from Desi over top. Gotta mention, Desi had a great day yesterday. Of course, the new 4th on this squad, replacing M. Ruiz from last year's team, and joining this core 3 in Prod, Stuki, and Cheeto. I mean, a little bit of a big role to fill, especially with how many lands they have under their belt. He's come in and been quite the impactful player, and Sylyx right now is still trailed by 5, but the battles ensue for P2.
Yep, it is a scrap and a half. Stuki is trying to win it for this last little bit of hill time. Schnapps now falling as well. Pboys, they will be gifted the rotation because Sylyx, when he got the P2 spawns, by virtue of that, Pboy automatically have the P3 spawns. They do want to keep that, though. As you can see, Schnapps is going to be spawning out a little bit. Stuki going to be contesting him a little bit. Time to hunker down if you're Pboys. Prod going to be making sure that no one else is really able to get in there, but as you can see, Schnapps cutting himself a little bit of a way back in here. Gonna need some help. Probably gonna need a little bit more than 2 people in this kitchen.
Yeah, 1v3. I mean, you just gotta play slow if you're Prod. Like that, open the door, bounce on out, wait for that support, but hey, guess who's there? It's Flinch. Gonna shut that door right in his face. Prod gonna go down on the back patio as well, back bar. And now Desi trying to work this with the AR in hand. Spots the player snaking, get out snaked. It's gonna be Flinched with 3 straight inside the hill before he falls. And that's going to be a nice little wipe from Pboys. That should be the final 20 seconds going the way of Pboys as well. With Sylyx looking to catch those players off a rotation, and they do exactly that.
Yes, indeed. Snaking on point today for Pboys today. Oh, the last 13 seconds is going to be snaked away, though, by Cheeto Wunga himself. So that's something that could very well be a big difference maker towards the end, as this game has been otherwise pretty close. 5 seconds here or there could be a difference maker. But as you can see, Flinch is going to be breaking onto this objective, knocking the trophy system off as well. Teammates got the cutoff, but the nade will be landing. Stuki gonna be finding another one here as well. Mason reacts all by himself, and with that, Pboys, they're never really able to have 4 up at once. Sylyx are getting them in a little bit of a death spiral, which is always good for Sylyx to get some time.
Yeah, absolutely. And Sylyx able to get onto this point for now. Stuckey starting to turn up now, 14-7 for him. He leads the lobby after Flinch started out hot. He's kind of cooled off of just a little bit, but Sylyx inside the point, 22 seconds left to go. You see Pboys spawning back spa. One player starting to rotate out. That's going to be Fifi, but Stuckey winning gunfights like those allows Sylyx to tie up the game and even retake the lead here in just a few moments. But as I say that, it's going to be React getting taken out by Stuckey and Pboys. Well, yeah, pretty much even heading into P5 here, and that's exactly what you want to be, where you want to be if you're both teams.
Yep, Pboys don't have the P5 spawns yet. That's something that they're going to be trying to get by the end of this hill, but they've got a reason for Sylyx to be getting out of these good positions they have themselves in. Cheeto Wonga going down, expecting the shell, but unfortunately it comes a little bit later after he's completely out of ammo. Mason Reacts doing a pretty good job snaking the headies once again, popping in and out as necessary, trying to get the trade out kills, but Prod still making it a little bit easier for Desi to get on the objective. Nade flying on in, but at the end of the day, Sylyx are still holding strong on this objective as well as the spawns starting to try and get this lead back.
Yeah, Prod doing a good job with the AR in time. I do really like the AR setups on P5s. And wow, look at React over the top, trying to fly in, make something happen. But yeah, the ARs in time have been kind of underappreciated here on P5 on Hotel Hardpoint, because you'd expect more close range gunfights. But if you get someone posted up, you watch the outside Gucci, or even sit someone back carpets on time, like you can get the right angles, and the AR is probably even the more favorable gun in some of those situations. So as we see right now, Pboys in the favorable spot. Prod in the back. Got to win that gunfight onto React if he wants to keep the spawns, and yeah, he does. So Sylyx keeps spawns, blocking kitchen. Ooh, actually, player number 2, Flinch, spawned inside of kitchen, so that's gonna be huge. I don't think they're gonna expect that at all. Nope, and these spawns might flip out right away, depending on the kills.
That's a pretty nice spawn that you got gifted there if you're Flinched, making good use out of it as well. Sylyx reeling a little bit from it, but stabilizing very well at the end of the day. Fifi traded out, and so Sylyx have not really even dropped a second of this time, aside from when Flinched went and did that early chow, lost a little bit of time. But overall, there's been a great hill and a half. Desi somehow getting that kill as well. Well played. And so, yeah, Sylyx feeling pretty comfortable coming out of this first hill. This is, again, Pboys map pick, so if Sylyx can go ahead and win on it, that would be a little bit of a mind game victory as well as an actual victory.
For sure, and pretty back and forth so far in this game, and Sylyx do come out with the favorable spawn still for P1. And I'm surprised Pboys did not try to take the time to try and flip them out. But either way, Sylyx able to get the time because they were able to spawn back kitchen again. Flinch going to be on time, kind of panicking around, doesn't know quite where to go here with the SMG in his hand. Needs the support over top, but Stuckey popping a nice 2-piece. He's up to 24 kills already in this. And Sylyx back in control, 25 seconds, and they have rotations to do.
Yep, gonna try. Flinch finding Prod. Well done. And now he's got some intel onto where Stuckey is, but Stuckey has just as much intel on him. Catches him out, stuns him up, got him very, very weak. Flinch trying to zone him off from the rechal, and he will. But Stuckey doesn't even have to rechal that. Just sitting there pretty, waiting for the rotation. They've got it. Pboys want it, and they're gonna have to fight him for it.
I mean, Prod and Stuckey are just so good, and they have absolutely run the low tier scene, especially around the Ohio and Illinois areas. I mean, they've just been so good for so long within the scene. They are destined for moments like this too. Oh my God, Cheeto with the repinch. Stop shooting. Got a little bit lucky there, but great repinch. Sylyx able to take control of P2 yet again, and are building on this lead, and they're starting to take control of this game as well.
Oh, great little spot there from Flinched. Haven't really seen too many people doing that, but at the end of the day, Sylyx still holding on to the objective. Cheeto doing another wraparound onto Fifi, and with that, Pboys find themselves quite considerably behind. A full 60 behind. Mason Reacts trying to fight Cheeto, but cannot get the better of him. And now the rotation coming out from Sylyx again. No pressure coming onto this hill. And so that means that Stuckey can do whatever he wants in these guys' spawns, or maybe not, because there are 3 people gunning him down. Either way, Pboys, this was a great source of hill time for them the last time, and they will 100% need it to be again.
Absolutely, and what we're going to see a lot of Sylyx doing, just playing patient, and that's that's how they've been successful. It's usually Stuki or Prod with the entry kills, and then come the support players with Cheeto and Desi from the outside. But right now it's Flinched. He was so good on this hill the last rotation. He's proving so once again. And Pboys control this time, and they are inching their way closer back into this game, making it a little bit more dicey for Sylyx, who want to close it out next hill.
Yep, and Sylyx will get full team wiped very, very late on in the hill. So that's going to be meaning that Pboys, they have a window to set up. No one in their right mind is really going to be shelling out for this hill time, even though they're right next to it. They know the rotation is what matters here, and Pboys are already on it. Fifi is bypass, sees him though. And so, he's going to be trying to play his life, be as annoying as it's humanly possible. Decimate falling now as well. And so, Pboys might very well be finding themselves in a lead soon. Sylyx are all stuck in the middle of the map. Fifi going to look to zone him off, get a kill, keep him on a death spiral like they were just in earlier. And he is still playing his life. Decimate can't properly push up here without clearing this out. He has to be so careful and meticulous. Fifi's still getting kills. Someone's got to find this guy. It will be Decimate. But look at that. While they were doing all that, Pboys are right back in the lead now.
Yeah, unbelievable stuff. And Prod able to get one back at the very least, and Stuki as well. So Sylyx going to retake the lead yet again, but Flinched and company already close. There's React with the wallbang shots onto D2. Stuki playing patient, looking for that player on the left side. He does get him. Needs that support over top, though. Gets a second. Looking for that trade from Desi. Not going to come in yet. And Fifi cleans him up. And scrap time will go the way of Pboys. So we'll all come down most likely to the next hill or two. But we see games end so often on P5. But Sylyx need more points. They need about 12 more points than Pboys at the moment. But they are in control. However, they need the support. You see player number 7 spawn close. Prod with 1. Prod with 2. Big 2 kills there. But Flinch on the flank. Gets 1. Gets a second. No. Gets shut down from Desi as well. All up to Fifi. Oh. He gets 1. Runs out of ammo. Pulls out the pistol. Looking for this last player. And Desi does manage to get the kill. Stuki again turns around. Can't get the kill. Back and forth trades.
Oh my god, there's just fighting going on everywhere. It's pure chaos, and Stuki is thriving, and it does eventually die. But Pboys, this is exactly the dicey hill that they wanted. Sylyx, they were hoping to end it on this one or get very, very close to it. PP thriving in the chaos once again. They still got the spawns and the wipe at the end of the hill. That's what you need if you're Pboys. Rotation coming on through. Only one that can shut him out is Stuki, looking to drop the 40 bomb on him for the win. Pboys, all they need is 19 seconds, and they are good to go to win their map pick. And a little bit disjointed from each other. Sylyx will have a little bit of a manpower advantage. Can they make the most of it? Yes, indeed they will. Schnaps alone, trying to run him down. Stuki once again looking for the 38th, but Schnaps will deny it to him. Desi with the money nade though, but Fifi all alone, starting to try and stabilize here. 5 seconds is all that's necessary. Fifi will get stopped just short. Prod staying on it, keeping him off of it. They can win off this one as well. And Flinch on the stair line will catch him right out in the middle of the open. Stuki gotta go big, gotta drop the 40, but can't get it done. At the end of the day, Pboys will survive on their map pick of Hotel.
My God, I don't think there's any other way we would have expected that game to go. Pboys clutch up. You see Sylyx in control for at least a couple hills. They were up by about 30 to 40 points, but Pboys managed to find a way. They string P5 and P6 together, which is so difficult to do. And they managed to get those kitchen spawns. They spawned close. They broke it for just long enough. Got them close enough. And man, what a performance from Flinch. 38 and 24 for him. It's going to be Pboys with the map 1 victory.
Yeah, Pboys just digging deep, finding some great team wipes at the ends of these hills, allowing them to get rotation after rotation after rotation. Literally, they did that, I think, let me do some quick math. 3 hills in a row. Yes, 1 + 1 + 1 is 3. And Pboys, they put those hills back to back to back. It was just so well executed under a lot of pressure as well. Let's not forget, Pboys was at around 200, and they were at least like 70 points down, dude. And just the ability to dig deep within yourself when you're that far behind, and you say, all right, this hill, we're going to go huge. Next hill, we're also going to go huge. And then just keep it going the whole time. All that chaos. Immaculate. Incredible stuff from Pboys.
Yeah, you wonder why that last player on P5 decided to chow out for 2 seconds. Yeah, I feel like you'd rather just want him to hit mid, support his teammates, because there was 2 Sylyx players already hitting towards hot tub side. If you want to focus on that guy kitchen, you just send one maybe side door, or you send him hot tub 2 and just keep an eye on the side door while the other 2 try to bait shots from the opposing player. I mean, just a little bit of a miscommunication. The timing just wasn't quite right, but either way, like, Pboys were able to take advantage. They got the back spawns. They blocked kitchen. They forced them to spawn out towards P4. And when you're spawning that far out, it's so hard to get to the hill in time. And, Stuki and Prod can only do so much on time before getting cut down eventually. And Pboys take advantage. So 250, 227. I mean, that's probably how most of this series is going to go. I think, we go into a Sylyx pick for map 2, Asilo, and what are some key points you want to see out of Sylyx to tie this one back up again?
Well, I mean, they were doing pretty good for the most part on that map when they were able to. When they got a kill, the all-in came very shortly after. So I think that if they are able to get their first bloods, they capitalize on that very, very quickly, take a lot from their opponents. They waste no time in pushing their advantage. So yeah, that's something that is going to be looked out for, is obviously first blood, something been very key today in a lot of these search and destroys. Sometimes teams have been able to find some picks here and there, but by and large, you do have to do it before too much is lost. And Sylyx has been doing, again, like I mentioned, very good at taking so much away from their opponents for just one death. You saw it for the repeat. That's death spiraling over and over again. That's how they got such a massive lead on the first map, and it can also benefit them in the second map.
Yeah, you see these guys pretty calm, cool, and collected on both sides. And you're absolutely right, though. A few great points, and you go into this, Sylyx. I mean, not the end of the world if you lose, but you definitely don't want to go down 2-0. It's not a preference for sure. Actually, interesting strategy here. Pboys is not going to send anybody directly into the A bomb site, so they're going to play it very passive. This is just going to be a feeling out process for Pboys. See how Sylyx want to elect to take their offenses here, and perhaps even dictate it for the rest of the game.
Yep, you see Sylyx playing very carefully here. If they don't got a pick, they don't have an easy target, they're not going to be moving that much. They're really trying to identify the weakest point in their opponents, gathering intel. And right now, at least on the minimap from what I can see, it looks like React could very well be that. Prod's on the outside of the map. If he gets some intel on that guy, ooh, Schnapp's a little bit weakened as well, forced off the angle. Gonna need a little bit of assistance. But yeah, play is coming very, very slowly. Eventually, they are going to have to go and take a...
What?
Off camera.
Oh my god.
Oh no, it's going so south. Decimate alone. Flinched.
Oh, please.
Can he get the ace? I want to see it. Show it to me, Flinch. Show me the ace. Doesn't really technically need to, but he's coming up into the path. Misses a shot, but Desi, he's reeling. He knows that he's up against it here. He's up against Flinch with the sniper rifle, with the pistol. The ace lands. He's standing up. He's yelling at him, deservedly so. Ace for Flinched and win for Pboys.
Wow, a collat off screen, unbelievable, and gets the third as well. He was almost ready to hit the quad feed in a search and destroy. That was crazy. Great shots from him, and yeah, Pboys get the first round on the board very unconventionally, but either way, 2-0 now, or sorry, 1-0 now for Pboys, and Sylyx. That's got to be a little bit of a heartbreaker there.
Yeah, that's definitely going to feel a little rough getting aced on by the enemy team's sniper rifle, but obviously you bounce back. You don't put too much stock in these first few rounds. Any good search and destroy team will tell you that. You're just feeling out your opponents, figuring out what they got going on, and they've already got a good piece of intel. That Flinched is pretty cracked with the sniper today, so you do have to be a little bit careful with what shells you take up against them. Outside the map, probably going to be a little bit out of the question for them, making their way on the inside. Suki sees the door open, seeing the guy with a nade in his hand, does get at least one, but we'll see if that is going to end up being worth it, as Flinched is now one step closer to streaks.
Yep, one more kill needed. You're going to see him play super passive. React just going to try and bait shots for him. Or at least anybody, any of his teammates will try to do exactly that. But React gets caught out. Prod makes it now a 3v2. And with 30 seconds left to go, it's going to have to make a move fast. It's all unflinched. You just want one. And that's all you really can play for. And that's what he's going to do. He may not move a single muscle for the rest of the round, as he just wants those streaks in those back pocket for the rest of this game. And Sylyx going to be around to win, but Pboys still very much in control if Flinch can manage to stay alive.
Yeah, I do agree with this play from Flinch. He's literally one kill off a streak. Sylyx, they play very well together. It's very likely that if he goes in, he might not even be able to get that kill because there's probably going to be two people in the same angle. As soon as he starts shooting at the guy, another guy going to pop out the corner and probably fry him. So proper call to be making there for Flinch. Don't want to be playing with your chances there. You would literally have to get another ace, which is not easy to do up against a team the caliber of Sylyx Esports, which is even more of a making the first one even more special. But either way, Sylyx Esports, one round back on the board, but still worth saving your life.
For sure. Great job by Flinch. See if he can get one more. He's actually going to play tight on A. He's not alone, though, so we'll have some teammate support. Sylyx taking this one very slow. Bomb kind of creeping its way towards the A door. Just outside of checkers. Door's going to get open. Nothing doing just yet. In a minute. Gone away. Now we're going to see Sylyx start to make their move. 54 seconds. Here come the utilities, but the trophy system on site going to get busted up, so perhaps we're going to see some more from the side of Sylyx, but Schnapp's on the outside, able to grab one and get away with his life. And now no more utility, basically, for the side of Sylyx, and Pboys got tons in their back pocket. Here comes a push. Oh, outside Flinch gets locked down, can't get the 6 kills, so there goes the streak. Stookie grabs a 2-piece, and Bomb's going to get planted. And Pboys, just like that, backs against the wall in this third round, and no streaks whatsoever.
Yep. Now the two ARs trying to go for a little bit of a flank around. Sees Decimate, doesn't realize it, but probably knows exactly where he is now based on where those shots came from. React. Looking up high, seeing if Chow will come out the window. And Schnapp's trying to be somewhat useful somewhere. React checking behind the couch. No one there. Turns the corner right into Decimate. Gets fried. And just like that, Schnapp's does get a kill, but running very quickly out of time. I don't really know what more Schnapp's can do in this scenario. Yes, goes ahead and dies. So, Sylyx, they found a way already to break Pboys' defense, and that is just going straight on into A.
Yeah. That was, like the patience there. They timed everything pretty well right. They got the opening... Or, well, they did get first blooded, but they were able to get one back and then fly right into sight. So, good job from them. They double peeked it, cleaned them up, and they move on. Sylyx now. 2 straight rounds after a good start from Pboys, but need a more well-rounded effort from their squad if they want to take this search and destroy and really force the issue onto Sylyx.
I do agree. Good stuns landing, and so that's going to give them, in theory, control over that angle. Sylyx going to be able to just watch down there, really limiting the movement of Pboys, at least in terms of a full frontal assault. Stookie probably feeling very safe on the inside here. Flinch managing to bypass the angle, though, being held very well done. It's going to be procced, looking to catch Prod up close. It does do so, and away he goes. Stookie getting a little bit baited and naded by his own teammate. Super unfortunate, but yeah, now very fortunate for Pboys. They do go get this plant. Cheeto with the pistol, in fact, coming on in around the back. Schnapp's isolated on the bomb site. Nade gonna be landing directly on him. Knows he's hurt. Cheeto flies in, gets the kill, and with that, Pboys have lost the site. Gonna have to go for a retake on their own bomb site. Decimate gonna be getting defended by Cheeto. Loses the fight. Decimate still hanging on to it, though, and he should be able to get it. Yes, he does.
Wow, you just got to check bomb. I mean, you didn't find the other player right away. You got to know, or at least got to double check. No, not going to happen there. Pboys lose another round in what could have been a round for them. But now they can try to answer back here. I mean, they do have the defensive side. It looks like they're going to send 3 over towards the A point. So maybe they're going to start to work a wraparound pool. I mean, another slow offense. They can pick up on this. I don't know if Sylyx is just waiting for them to get overly aggressive, or they're just looking for any sort of pick before they make a move.
I mean, yeah, this is pretty stock standard for how Sylyx has been playing. They've literally started every single round out like this. Fifi going to be looking for Decimate. down and around the corner. Doesn't realize it yet, but he's about to turn. He's about to see him. Easy kill for Fifi. In, easy out. But Cheeto does get a snipe on the Schnapps. Prod goes down in return. Fifi found by Stooky now as well, so we'd find ourselves in a 2v2 situation. Stooky gonna hop over the wall. Doesn't know that... Flinch doesn't know either. He sees it. Didn't hear it, but he sees it. That's a great call out now from Mason React. Should be knowing that Stooky is coming up behind him. Might not, though. Sitting, waiting. Stooky standing literally on top of him and does get the kill. A little bit of a jump scare there for both players, as now Flinched finds himself alone.
Flinched by himself. Was 5-0 in this one. Looking for any sort of answer. There's first blood. 10 seconds left only. So it's really up to Cheeto to get this bomb down. Flinch just needs to check the bomb. He's just going to play up. He's going to chow this right away. 100%. Cheeto in the corner. There's no coach. But Cheeto gets the better of him there. Nice clutch from him. Didn't clear everything out. Was Flinch. And it's going to be another round on the board for Sylyx.
Yeah, Flinch probably concerned that Cheeto was potentially waiting for him to go for the bomb plant. Didn't know if he got there in time, and Cheeto, the only way he would have wanted at that point is if he chowed out, so he opted not to just yet. But unfortunately for him, Cheeto was able to get to one of the corners, the last corner that he was expecting. Checked literally all the other ones. Super unfortunate, but also well played by Cheeto. Sylyx now find themselves 3 rounds to the good over Pboys, who are sort of running out of time to make something good happen. I do see Flinched pulling the sniper rifle back out, though, and I do think that is a good call to make.
Yeah, for sure. You just want to get back to the basics. I mean, you got to stick with what worked. It worked in round 1. As soon as he pulled out an AR, it just was not the same. Or an SMG, rather. As a prod already into bottom pool. So good positioning now from Sylyx. Schnapp trying to cross a bomb. They know that's bomb down. And already, based off of how this is laid out, it's looking like a Sylyx win, but still lots of room for error. Lots of potential for Pboys to take advantage.
Yep. I was going to know that they're going to have to make a play towards B. If they do make a play to the contrary, Prod will literally let them know exactly when it happens. In fact, maybe even stop it himself. Flinched down. Fifi with the sniper rifle. I thought it was Flinched, but my bad on that one. React taking a little bit of a fight, trying to give some assistance. Wow, crazy close sniper shot missed. That would have been a real big opener for this round. Stooky does get caught, making that missed sniper shot feel a little bit more annoying. But either way, Wunga coming in, not missing his. Time running out, getting condensed on here, Fifi, and they're going for it. I think they're going for the knife on him. Maybe no, just gonna finish him off with the guns, just surrounding and pounding. One more round, all that is necessary for Sylyx.
Yeah, good clean search so far from Sylyx. You just need one more, and really after that round 1, it was a good regain. They didn't let that collat and the 3-piece really get in their heads. They were able to regain really quick, and 5 straight rounds for them. A great team effort from them too. Probably not having to do a ton, but Stooky and Cheeto with the snipe have been so good. And Pboys just have not had an answer for basically anything they have. And Sylyx, I would not be surprised if they do another very passive offense. Just to see what's working. And yeah, almost Fifi down to 6 HP. And Stooky just looking for any sort of info towards A.
Yeah, Cheeto almost racking up another sniper shot. Fifi trying to come in through the window. Stooky's wise to it, though. Angles off his teammates, takes the 1v1, lives with 1 HP as well. And with that, Pboys do find themselves first blood again. React does get a reaction shot onto Cheeto, though, and so it will even things up slightly. Flinched a little bit tagged up, won't probably get killed for that, especially since Schnaps is going to come to his aid up against Prod. And so that does sort of limit Sylyx Esports' plays here, making their way on the outside of the map. React is about to get the wraparound on them, though, so he will soon be in the proper position to counter this.
Stooky in a decent spot here. Yep, there's React with the kill from behind, so Stooky caught out in the 1v3. The door pop. Sub dead silence on, but Flinch expecting this player to wrap around. Does have only the pistol, though. But 18 seconds left. Stooky, just nothing he can do, really. He can maybe get a bomb plant. Not sure if he's going to try here. Looks like he might. So, yeah, he's going to get bombed down. So give him a little bit of a fighting chance. And 1v3 to defend on this site going to be, well, quite difficult. All you can do is sit and listen and hope for the best. Here come the Pboys.
Yep, trying to throw them off with some noise making. They're going to see the door open and think, maybe he's escaped somehow. They're going to have to check literally everything, and that is time in the hands of Stuki. He just really needs to run down the clock, waste some time. It breaks open another door. This time he's behind it. Does get one. Singular 1v1 in his favor. Trying to fly back in. Gets another one. Stuki looking to be the hero for his team that they really need. But Schnapps just barely enough to take him down. Should be able to get this defused now. I believe it had 11 seconds left on the clock. And yes, plenty of time for Schnapps to win that one and not get 1v3'd.
Wow, that was close. Great effort from Stuki. Almost got it done. But finally, it's Schnapps to shut him out. And just kind of bad timing there on Stuki. He checked that angle, just looked to the back of B bomb at the wrong moment. And eventually Schnapps can just go in, defuse that bomb. And, well, how many times we've been in 5-1 situations, Kamika, this weekend? Seen a couple teams make it interesting. One team make a comeback. Pboys, definitely capable, but we'll see.
Could be 1-1, or Pboys might be on the most insane comeback we've seen of the entire tournament. One or the other, we will see which one it is. React hoping sees Decimate cross as well. First blood into Prod. That's a great shot coming out from Flinch, but the wraparound is coming in. Stuki, they now know, though, he's still trained onto Decimate, even though they know Stuki is on the flank. They're going to have to deal with this at some point. React looking to be the guy that does, but no, only contributes a kill, unfortunately for him. Oh, Cheeto and Desi finding another as well. It's all over. Fifi doesn't get a response here. Desi pre-firing, but too low to stay alive against Fifi. Bomb's still down in the spawn, so Fifi's got his work cut out for him.
Yeah, I mean, doable now. 1v2, 40 seconds. Gonna creep around A. Has to go get this bomb, which is all the way back spawn. And that doesn't really give him a nice opportunity, or at least an easier opportunity, regardless. Should be able to go grab it. They're not really watching over it. Unless Tuki decides to turn around, but bomb's gonna get picked up and spawn finally. Now he can make his way over towards A. Looks like they're expecting this B hit, but he needs to go. He's not gonna be able to get the bomb down. He's just ran out of time. Oh, no, man, that was
just
close.
In time, actually.
5.0, that had to have been. But doesn't matter. Cheeto there to clean him up. And that will be map 2, going the way of Sylyx.
Yep, Sylyx definitely showing a little bit of a preference for Search and Destroy. This was their map pick, let's not forget, and they show very well why. Asilo going into their hands, 6-2. Barring a few crazy rounds with some collateral snipes, Sylyx won every single round. It just looked overall better.
For sure. Yeah, Broad not having to do much. Sylyx controlled that game pretty much from start to finish, with the exception of round 1. Garbage time round win for Pboys, and well, each team winning their own map pick, and impressive performances from either side in their respective map wins. And we move into Asilo now, control, and it's hard to pick a favorite. Pboys pick here, but I don't know. It's this map could go either way. And this is probably the toughest offensive map in the rotation. But still, you get one, you put yourself in a great position to win in a 3-1.
Yep, I mean, if we're just going by statistics here of who wins their map pick, it's a 100% win rate for whoever picks the map. So I still think that Pboys, they've shown great prowess in the respawn, so I would not be shocked if they went ahead and got this one as well. It will still be difficult. I'm absolutely not 100% on saying that. I think it's possible, but I think that Sylyx has a very good shot of winning this one for the following reasons here, Zarin. As we saw on the last map, these guys, I've already mentioned it many times. As soon as they get a blood, they do very, very good jobs of keeping their opponents in a permanent death spiral, always dying over and over and over again. Very hard to recover from. And so Sylyx, this is a map where you can definitely get that going in your favor. Get good control over the middle of the map. And if you can keep it the whole time, like, there's not a whole lot your opponents can do to resist you on either one of those sites.
You are right. I mean, the ARs are important, but the SMGs are just as important. And I think what teams lack is the aggressive SMG. So literally, you could have a submachine gun player just run down mid every single life, and it would be effective. You spot up, you run down mid, you get a 2-piece top window or top pool, whatever it might be. You die, you spawn up, you go back to mid, because mid control is way more important than teams ever realize on this. And if you get into the other team's top building, you can do pretty much anything you ever want. And so hopefully one of these two teams elects to do that, and that'll be their game plan going in. But Flint's dropping 38 in map 1. I expect him to be the guy to be the aggressor for the side of Pboys, and Stuckey to be the same on the other side.
Yeah, let's not forget Stuckey almost dropped 40 as well, just barely short. I think he got like 38 before the end of that first map. And so Stuckey, he's been slaying it out on the day. Would not be too shocked if he was a difference maker for his team on this map. He did great in that Search and Destroy as well. That one where he was 1v3, almost pulled it off. That is such a Stuckey-like thing to do, dude. Almost, not the almost pulling it off part, but still taking on multiple people at the same time, making crazy plays. That is very Stuckey-like behavior. I've been casting that dude since like 2018, 2019, and he's been good the entire time. So, yeah. The fact that they've also played like 20 lanes together at this point, these guys, they have that ability to fall back on that. I mean, yeah, the Pboys guys, they've been playing together a long time too, but nobody in the Call of Duty scene has played together as much as these Sylyx guys have. And that's just an extra edge going into this, is the fact that they can fall back on their past experiences. They know each other very intimately well, and with that comes great results.
Yeah, absolutely. And you talk about Stuckey. I mean, you could just tell with a player in his movement and how he plays the game. I mean, not only is he an intelligent player, but how he moves around the map is just, it's not like, it's very rare in players to be able to do some of the things that he's able to do. So Stuckey's been doing it for years, like you mentioned, and coming into this game where it's a little bit more of a slower traditional Call of Duty, he's found ways to adapt to the game and be the same crack sub that he's been for so many years, and he's proving that yet again. So we'll see if that can be translated into Asilo, and he's going to have a couple issues battling up against the likes of Flint. So I'm looking forward to that head-to-head matchup in Asilo.
Yep, not really much more I can break down going into this, but Zarin, I like to do some predictions sometimes, and I want your prediction on who is going to be winning this one and by how much.
I think based off of what we've seen, I think the ARs probably favor Sylyx a little bit more. I like Prod and Desi in this scenario. I think obviously Stuckey's going to do his work, but Prod and Desi have been very good all weekend, and I think Sylyx are going to probably rip off 3 straight map wins here. I think Pboys, after a tough S&D loss like that, I'm not sure they're going to be able to keep up. They started out hot, but as the series goes along, I think it favors Sylyx a little bit more. So I think it's going to be a Sylyx 3-2 here.
Do you think Sylyx is going to go ahead and win this map and then the series as well, is what you're saying?
Well, yes. I think whoever wins this map is probably going to win the series, but I'm going to go with Sylyx 3-2 on Control, and I think they close it out on Fortress also.
Fair enough. I'm going to be a little bit contrarian here just to be against you on this one. I'm going to go ahead and say Pboys win this one 3-1. I know I was just talking up Sylyx the whole bunch, but I mean, Pboys, I think that they will still find a way to beat them out in the middle of the map. I think that it really just does depend if they start off on attack and if they're able to make some good usages out of their mid-map control. They've had some pretty good respawns pretty much this entire time. I would argue a little bit more so than Sylyx. Can't make apples to apples comparisons because obviously they haven't played each other yet. But I feel like when I've seen Pboys play a lot of these respawns, it's just a little bit more convincing for me than when I've seen Sylyx play them, especially considering they just won the last one. So based on that, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Pboys go ahead and win this one 3-1, but mostly just to spite you there, Zarin.
I like it. I love the opposite opinions. Makes for good content, but we'll get back into the series in just a little bit. We are going to take a quick little intermission while teams get set up and get their breaks, get their waters, and get ready to go for Asilo. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back on Asilo, but this time for map number 3. In case you missed it, Sylyx tied up the series. We are now 1-1 tied between them. I'm joined for this awesome occurrence by Zarin.
Well, this map looks pretty familiar. I feel like we've been here before, and so is Flinch. He draws first blood on the Cheeto. And back and forth a little bit to start things off, but Pboys getting the better of them right now. And a quick first tick on A. Going to force Stooky to just back down. Play for any sort of remaining players on the outside, but this is going to be a quick A. Yeah, that's going to be it. Not enough time for Stooky to contest even. We'll get one, we'll get two, look for the second, but no. Nice cap by Pboys, and that gives themselves well over 2 minutes and 15 seconds to try to get this B.
Oh, so close. Good movement up until that point there from Fifi, but yeah, good job from Stooky there to stop that push, that counter push, sorry, the rotation right after they got the objective. If they were able to just go back through the middle of the map, could have been a very quick one, but Stooky made it to at least where they have to slow down a bit, retake mid-map control, and with that comes an opportunity. Stooky finding another pick. Good job on his part. Like I said, he's been cracked today, been cracked all his life, and we'll see if he can get another. Yes, on the Schnapps, turn around and run on away. Doesn't have his gun out in time. Good job on that fight. Not good job on that grenade, but we'll forget about that one.
Yeah, unfortunate grenade. He does manage to stay alive, though, so nice little power position for Prod. Quiet series for him, but looking to get back into this one. This is a map to do it. Got that gold AR in hand, looking for players across the map. React is actually going to walk up the back steps, as is Flinch. And Desi trying to cut them off of the top cliff, and really kind of all by himself here. He's got a 4-on-1. You want these spawn kills coming in from React, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Desi does get one before falling, but this is going to be probably one tick for Pboys unless Sylyx can get there fast. And it doesn't look like that's going to be the case unless they decide to just keep single stacking this. But Fifi, good kill in there into bottom tools. Looking for that player in top window now. It's going to be Prod. He gets one. Looking for the second. He does get that one too. So good defense right there from Sylyx. Only allows the one tick and only 50 seconds left.
Yep, not a full team wipe though, and React will do at least a 2-for-1 trade at this point, keeping their opponents from fully setting up, and that's really good. This forces Sylyx to really reevaluate what they want to be doing here. React at the same time, getting up close and personal, more than he knows with Cheeto. Sees him, takes him down, and Desi up top. Either way, making a great door for his teammates to go on in there, but Stooky coming down from low, gonna be able to take him down. Fifi trying to get a wraparound on a Desi, does do so, and with this, he's gonna cut off anyone that's respawning from being able to reinforce.
Yeah, Fifi, good job staying alive there, getting a big pick on the top window. And that B point actually has not been cleared, so they'll be close to the second tick too. Even if they don't win this round, they want to get that second tick. But as I say that, Knobs, the only player remotely close to it, will get taken out. React spotted out, tagged up. Desi forced back though, so that's going to let Pboys get up, and they need to get to the point. Good kills from Stooky. 0.1 seconds left. One player left. It's going to be Fifi, and that'll end the round. As Sylyx allow 4 ticks. Not super happy with that, but nevertheless, they don't allow that 5th tick, so perhaps that could be an advantage moving forward as they go to the offensive side. But a very quick A capture, kind of wasted there from Pboys.
I mean, yeah, I think Sylyx is probably decently happy with that round, having not lost it. It's not unusual to go out and win your attacking sides, especially especially in challengers, which I know a lot of these two guys play. And this is a map where you can definitely win a lot of attacking sides. I would say I've seen the most attacking side wins on this map rather than any of the others. But yeah, we'll see if that does go down for Sylyx. Whether they're happy with that first round or not will depend a lot how this one goes.
Yeah, for sure. So here we go, Flinch working up the middle of the map. And well, that's one thing we haven't seen is a lot of middle map pressure. Neither side has really forced it, but they haven't needed to. I like this B hit right now from Sylyx. They get the 1 tick, poised to get the second here. 3-on-2. 2 players top party. Schnapp's able to get 1, but there's 2 ticks now. Prod in that powerful and box position. Desi's going to have to go big on the outside. He gets 1. Looking for the second, but good snap from Schnapp's. And 2 ticks down for Sylyx. They might just elect to go A here to try and get a couple more as Cheeto goes down.
Yep. And Flinch, unfortunately for him, getting some bad timing on into Desi. Fifi trying to go on in there, but Desi is going to be getting on the counter predict angle. Pboys really not wanting to let A go by the wayside, knowing that Sylyx is probably going to be pressuring over there. Because even if they are able to get a full cap onto A, then they will technically be in the lead over Pboys, which is exactly what you don't want. Fifi trying to get a turnaround, but Flinch already got his back. Good team play right there from Pboys, as A still has not lost a singular tick yet, but looks like it's about to, as Prod takes them both out.
Yep, Prod. Good set of kills for him. Gonna get this second tick here. React's kind of close, but he's just gonna back down, play his life. They know where he is, so he's gonna get spotted out and taken down. Stuki, good job from him. Sylyx with some pretty good control, but as I say that, Schnaps with a big two-piece to stop that cap. So we're now tied at 4 ticks aside, and Sylyx be okay, I'm sure, with coming out with just, coming out even rather with 4 ticks apiece, but you know, with a chance still to get one more tick onto A, give them the edge, and a possible defensive round if we do end up going to a round 5. And there's the 5th tick.
Yep, all they had to do was just pick one, power burn it, and there was nothing that Pboys could do. Now they cement themselves the lead, and maybe even a win here. Cheeto finding a solid kill there, and Flinch deep in their spawn, but still dies. And now they're going to be really pressuring this objective. If they get on, they're able to power burn it. Pboys will be having to frantically push towards this objective. Maybe not React, because he's already there, taking down 2 people. Well played on his part. 3, in fact, if you count the one off screen. But yeah, still plenty of time, plenty of lives for the execute for Sylyx. They could still very well get this attacking side.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you still got 50 seconds. You probably got 2 more wave of kills that you need, or 2 more waves to have a chance. Flinch spotted on the outside. No aim assist through this fence here, so a little bit tricky gunfight to take. But Stuki grabs one, needs to get that player bottom tools, but Schnaps from the outside takes him down. Prod now gets taken out as well. So that is the first wave, and now one more opportunity for Sylyx to try to cap this B point.
Yep, one last good chance. Cheeto looking to get as deep as he can for the wraparound, and Prod in the same time seeing if there's anyone making themselves obvious targets like Schnaps. Head shot completely off, and with that there is a window. Desi getting a little bit caught out, and Fifi finding another. Good for them. No respawns left for Sylyx, no time left either. They just gotta go. Cheeto gonna try, and that will be the final attempt failed. Pboys, they will be a little bit behind, but I'm sure they're still happy with the fact that they have not lost the defensive side.
Yeah, for sure. A decent enough round. You don't give up the offense, so that is something too. But take advantage right now for Sylyx. Currently 5-4. So Pboys likely gonna have to win this offensive round, or at least get 5 ticks to give themselves a chance. If they get 5, they need to hold them to 4, and then it'll go based off of kills. So Pboys still with a chance to play for that defensive round. They're just gonna have a little bit of extra work to do here in round 2, but since they got A so fast last round, I expect them to hit it again. And well, it looks like Sylyx are ready for it.
Yeah, at this point, pretty much going to come down to, can Pboys win an attacking side? If the answer is no, then Sylyx will likely go ahead and win it because they will be on the final defensive side. And if they can't take one, then obviously they won't be able to win round number 5. But either way, Sylyx starting to get a little bit bullied off of A, just like last time. This wasn't a deciding factor for them. Ooh, Desi, nice little snap. And now we'll go for a little bit of a flank. Pboys, they've lost control over the middle of the map, trying to make sure that they don't get flanked like that. Well done by React. Trying to fish for this one final kill that will supply the streak. That would be absolutely huge if they were able to get that one. Wunga not seeing Flinch laying down in the bushes apparently, and React still looking for this final kill. Flinch trying to bait on in for him, but React still sitting in there. There you go. There's the streak for React. Massive. That opens up so much for Pboys.
Oh man, Prod almost with a huge 2-piece, but there goes Cheeto with the support. Cheeto gets 3. Big 3-piece from him. Clears off A. And now 50 seconds left for Pboys to try to cap the point. And it's not looking good. Cheeto already in their spawn. You got Prod in a power position too, up top pool, watching over that A cross. That player cut down on red tower. There's a second for Prod. And one more wave of kills should pretty well do it. And a Sylyx defensive win. But it's all up to Fifi. He's got to force the issue. Cheeto already getting pushed up on A though.
Ooh, Fifi announcing his presence though. Still goes down from Fifi, but the rest of his teammates are not going to be there to help him, and so there's not really much he's going to be able to do here. Maybe baiting out for Schnaps. That'll be pretty huge if he's able to get this, and Stuki shut down without getting a single kill. This could be a moment where Pboys are able to recover, get this A cap. It took a little bit longer than maybe they would have liked, but still, if they are able to get this A cap, they're not really that far off of getting B. They're going to try and get the transition going here as well. But, ooh, they're going to go in for the contest. Desi does go down, and they will still get A. Cheeto still able to fry one. But, yeah, the fact that React has this cruise means that this is still a possibility for Pboys.
Yeah, Stookie looking for players in the back alley. They do get that A cap for Pboys, so that's something to work with here. As still just a minute left to go, because they took so long, it gives them way less time, and they're already down 7 lives. So Sylyx does exactly what they need to do. They pretty much eviscerated their life count in that battle for A. Just really bullied them to death. And Desi, good kill on B search, and Cheeto's still in this top pool area. We talked about going mid every single round. And you know, we heard him from the outside. So he might try to set up a little bit of a repinch through A, since the callouts ain't coming in through soccer field. So Cheeto should take off in just a few minutes. Yep, there he goes. And here come Pboys. It's going to be a 4-on-4 battle for B.
Oh, the big flank, though. Cheeto's in a great spot to spoil it, and he can also get streaks off this. Big moment for Cheeto. Is he going to be able to get it? As you can see, Pboys are doing this very slowly, maybe too slowly. They've got not a whole lot of time left. Playing very risky here. Mason React has to hop the objective, just trying to stall for some time. And with that, Pboys, that is it for this round. They had a chance, but they will not be able to win the attacking round. Still got a streak out of it, but I do believe Cheeto was able to get one as well. So Sylyx now very likely to go ahead and win this control.
Yeah, for sure. It's impossible for Pboys to get defense, so they're going to have to secure this D and then eventually win an offense. So good job by Sylyx. They shut them down. Don't let them get any more ticks than they possibly could. And yeah, who knows? Maybe Sylyx takes it here.
They're looking likely to. They were so close to winning their attack on the last one, and it really just does depend on what they opt to do here. They could use their streak and force Pboys to use their streak right on back. That would be an ideal situation. Or they could just go on and do it without it, going for that B hit once again. So effective for them the last time, but maybe not as effective this time. Flinch takes down 2/3 of the attack. Cheeto is still alive with the cruise missile and still streaking. Snaps completely onto that guy and getting the run around onto Flinched. Huge. And with that, he's going to look to expand his presence in the middle of the map. 8 kills in a row for Cheeto, looking to even further divide the enemy team from itself. And he'll find Flinch. That's a big kill if he gets it from distance. He does. And Schnaps as well. Oh, so unfortunate with that grenade, but still, Sylyx not able to get anything going with Cheeto running amok like that.
Yeah, 10 streak for Cheeto. You don't really see him pop off like that. He's more of a role player, but finding ways to get some huge kills for the Sylyx team. And now 10 in a row, pushes Flinched and Co. all the way back. That's going to be a B point captured, and they're forced to spawn all the way back. Oh, well, they actually do spawn back warehouse. So either way, Sylyx forcing the issue here. It's going to be a 4v3 on point. There's 1, there's 2, and then there should be a cap. There should be a tick cap rather, as Flinch on the outside. Desi already there for support. Stookie inside on A halfway through, and Sylyx so close to closing out this game.
And I think Flinch might be forced to use his streak here. I don't see a trophy system down in the objective. There is one in his back pocket. Cheeto calling in a cruise missile. That's their streak gone. And they don't have to use their own in order to get that one. But, I mean, very well they might, dude. Straight up. They have 2 whole minutes and 20 lives left to get this tick. Pboys are going to have a lot of slaying to do. Literally have to kill 20 people in order to survive this one, basically.
Yep, there's a good start. 19 left. Oh, right down to 17. So Stookie able to get 1, but now it's just going to leave Cheeto. Going to try to get these spawn players or any sort of pick, any sort of info that he can give his teammates for Sylyx to start to push up the map. You see Fifi in a great spot. You just want to get in the bottom pool. You want to switch corners. You want to play like a rat, but Prod reads him out. Fifi gets caught looking the wrong way. He had mid covered, but looked there anyways. And now Sylyx worked their way through, but Cheeto's still in a good spot again. He's going to wrap back through A, but it's React on the repinch. Nice kill from him. And Pboys still hanging on here with under a minute.
I feel like some of the Pboys players are getting a little bit desperate for some kills. You see a lot of them flying in, overextending. They're really trying to even out this life count, which to their credit, they are starting to do. But they could have a much better advantage if they were able to... Oh, reacts. That's exactly what you're looking for. With that, they tie up the lives. And with that, oh my goodness, they've wasted 1 minute and 10 seconds of their opponent's time. Gone in the blink of an eye. They will lose one player. And with 30 seconds left, Sylyx are looking good to go ahead and get this. The objective itself is very undermanned. They might be able to get the stack onto it. And go Schnaps does get at least one, slowing things down. But they still got to go in up against Prod. And they win. Able to touch in time. Great stack coming out from Sylyx, and they will now go ahead in this series 2-1.
Yeah, good opening there from Sylyx. You get that player on Fifi, bottom pool, allows them to run up completely. And Pboys was rightful to trust Fifi in that situation, but bad timing from him. Gets Sylyx pushed through bottom pool. And from there, all Logan Prod had to do was hug that left wall, force that player and flinch to work his way down from red tower. And yeah, that's going to be a 3-1 victory for Sylyx Esports, putting them up 2-1 in the series. And well, I don't know. Well, going into map 4, Sylyx, they got the momentum, they got the 2 straight maps, but Pboys, the better team at Hardpoint so far in this series. Will they be able to do it again on Sylyx's pick?
That's a little bit of a tough question you're asking me there, Zarin. Let me weigh out the options here for you a little bit. On the one hand, Pboys looking pretty good in the Hardpoint every single series without fail. On the other hand, they do get off to these slow starts, and on this map, that can be very, very detrimental, especially on some of these objectives where you can just stack them back to back to back to back. Like P3, if Sylyx is able to get a lot of time off of that one, then it'll be really tough for Pboys to get really much of anything going. P5 also going to be really important for them, not getting spawn trapped. And so I definitely see a lot of ways that Sylyx can shut this one out 3-1. But obviously, Pboys, they've got some good fundamentals on Hardpoint. They were able to come back from a very, very deep deficit up against their opponents the last time. It just really does depend if they can get off to a good enough start, which, again, has been their biggest issue so far in these Hardpoints.
For sure. I mean, we even saw it in a hotel where they got down early and they just kind of barely were hanging around. They were down by 30 for most of the game, and it took them a while to get back into it. And you know, they can't do that, especially when they just lost 2 maps in a row. They just lost a respawn at that pretty handily too. You know, you want Pboys to start off hot. You want them to play with a lead, not play against a lead. So Pboys need to come out strong here. They were very strong on this map yesterday, and this because of the team's 2 skill levels, you got to think Fortress. This one's poised to go back and forth. Usually when you see Fortress and you see one really good team and one not so good team, the really good team can just slay and just absolutely dominate. But because they're so close in skill, you got to know that they're going to have to rely on their team play, early rotations, especially I'm looking at P3. That one's going to be a critical hill yet again.
Yep, Pboys on the previous map of Hotel, they were able to get a lot of those on a lot of those lockdown hills like P3. They got it both times. So assuming that they're not going to get caught in another death spiral, which again was a big issue for them on the first map. One of the reasons why Sylyx was able to get such a monumental lead of about 70 points on them was because they kept killing them over and over and over again. Similar things happened in the Asilo. That's why they were able to win that control, and how they were able to do so good in the Search and Destroy as well. That was one of many factors, but one that is definitely going to be carried over into this map. A map that's even easier to death spiral your opponents on. Being a lot smaller than Hotel, you can easily just go on massive sprees, run around. It's a map where you see the most 40 bombs, just because you see people like Stuki running around killing people on repeat just so they can't contest these objectives.
Yeah, it's pop off or get popped off on, and Flinch runs right up mid, grabs 3 before he drops, and wow, what a 4 wipe right away for Pboys. So, well, we talked about the hot start. That's the way you want to start it, as Sylyx spawning in the exact same place they started off. I do like this wrap out towards P2 and bottom art, and already with the opening kill is Prod. Cheeto needs to get one back though. But yeah, good start for Pboys. They're still in control of spawns. They got to defend this P2.
It looks like they are. Mason React left to double doors to his own devices. Cheeto Wunga not going to know that there's a guy right next to him. Doesn't matter, because Desi apparently going to land a cash money grenade onto him. And so They do at least stop the bleeding over onto the first objective, but haven't really made too much progress just yet. Could start, though, with 2 down and a manpower advantage. Flinch gonna look to remedy that, though. Sitting in the corner, knowing that they're about to be breathing down his neck. Great corner choice there from Flinch, as now Pboys have secured themselves a rotation and are looking to benefit from it.
Sure, Flinch with the AR this game, so a little bit of a different look from Pboys, as he's going to try to get posted up in the corner. React with a nice 2-piece there, as now Pboys back in control and working their way up to a 40-plus point lead, and really no map presence whatsoever from Sylyx, so it's going to be up to them to push through open and closed, and so far nothing doing. Oh my god, React with 6 straight kills, 6-0 for him. Already got that streak, and that's going to be huge, especially for P3. Now, Kamika, if you're Pboys, do you want to invest this streak? Do you want to, on P3, do you want to get them out? And do you want to use it this early on in the game, or do you want to kind of keep it for the back pocket later on?
I mean, that's not as difficult of a question considering now they have 2 streaks, but I still think the answer is going to be no, because the hill hasn't even started yet, and they are already going to be getting it, bullying Sylyx out of these spawns. Unfortunate trophy throw timing from him, and just like that, Sylyx are going to be able to 4v1 Fifi here, and just like that, yeah, not able to really do much there. Desi running out in the middle of the map, trying to proxy some space for Sylyx to get a proper setup here. And with that, Sylyx throwing down the trophy system, I do believe they should be able to catch Pboys a little bit more off this hill.
Yeah, okay, there's a streak. I was just going to say, in this situation, I would absolutely use it. Now Cheeto by himself. Yeah, dude, great execution of the streak. That's how you use that streak. He's eventually, wow, Prod needed to be traded out there, still wasn't. Finally will. So it does stay white, not the end of the world, but at the very least you get Sylyx off the time, and you keep that gap pretty wide open if you're Pboys. So nice execution there from them. Use that streak early on, and like you said, you still got one for later as well. So we move on to P4. Stuki up top, looking for that player in React, who's currently sitting at 10-4. Pboys much in control of this game, up to 80 points.
Yeah, you remember when I said Pboys just need to have a strong start and I'll be favoring them? Oh yeah, this is that. This is exactly that. 2 streaks in the beginning, probably feels so good, man. Now, going on in here, React finding one, looking to find Prod as well, but no one really on the back end to help him out there. Pboys, again, that was a really great streak usage, like you said. Denied basically 40 full seconds for Sylyx and getting a lot more in their own favor. Sylyx not going to be able to catch them on this hill, assuming that they're able to hold all of it even. Good throw of the huge hill there, might be able to get him, not quite. Either way, Pboys, the wraparound is coming in. Can't focus on all these angles at once, and React with the final break around the back. Prod trying to come on in and recover the objective from him, but not quite happening yet. Pboys gonna be stunning him on out, and with that, he will not be able to evade the bullets of React. Full team wipe, looking to get ready for this P5.
Yeah, good break. You get the spawns. You see Schnapps already working open door. Fifi already pushed up in green. This is such a hard spawn to break, but Prod does get that opening kill, so he's in that stable spot. And Schnapp just looking for that cross, but they're just they could sit here all day. Neither of them are gonna peek each other. But the rest of the map, Flinched and React, putting in work, keeps the hill white. And again, not the end of the world if you're Pboys. You're okay with keeping this white. You can let the time dwindle down. You have such a big lead. Who really cares? Wanga with a bold challenge out to close. Flinch gets the better of him there. But yeah, Pboys keeps it white for a good chunk of that time. Sylyx unable to really get much time until just about now.
Yeah, and with this manpower majority, Sylyx, again, get the kills, instantaneously look to capitalize. Very quick transitions from them. Go from being almost spawn trapped to getting the spawn flipped for P2. This is a good look for them, something they've been really excelling at this entire series so far. Stuki, they are not going to be expecting to be here and accompanying by Prod. Prod goes in right between 2 of them, does lose his life, and ooh, actually good moment there from Flinch, as now they could quite easily flip this right on back and get an extended lead. Sylyx are going to have to give some credence to the fact that their opponents are getting a lot of time out this objective since they're so far behind, so can't just rest on their laurels and keep these P2 spawns.
For sure, so Sylyx still looking for an answer here on P1. 2 straight P1s, they haven't really been able to get much going, but good kills there from Desi and Co. Finally able to get in, and they will be able to cross the 100-point threshold most likely. And we'll put them within 1 hill. And Stukey's going to have to go big here. Don't think he's going to get chowed out. He just needs to stay alive. That's what he's going to do for now. As Sylyx start to work their way up through P1. Pboys with the early setup on P2.
Yes, they do. It's a precarious setup, but it's still one that they are going to be having over their opponents. Flinched, great 2 kills, and Stukey backing off, looking for a little bit of a different route. Maybe hitting one around the back. Mason reacts, is wise to it, though. Great setup from Pboys. Again, precarious, but very well executed. Flinch taking down Cheeto,
Wow.
and Desi. Oh, good lord, he's doing it again. Looking for yet another streak. This will be his second one. Stopped just short by Stukey. Getting some hit markers on Schnapps, fishing for a few more, but Cheeto is going to be able to seal that one up for him. One last chance for React, but no, Sylyx finally getting a break that they really do need. They will be able to get a lot closer to Pboys than they've been for the rest of the series, and I don't think Pboys are going to be too inclined to chow them out for it. This should be money in the bank for them, but that's only because Pboys are preparing for a full 60 off this P3 again.
Yeah, this is good time for Sylyx, though. Puts him within reach, but they need to hit this out together. Nice double chow there from Stukey. Desi not able to get the second as well. Flinch goes huge again. And now Cheeto left alone towards open. And really nothing he could do there, but good defense from Pboys. Sylyx had the right idea, just couldn't execute properly. And now Schnapps cutting the map. It's going to be a bit of a bloodbath here for the time being, but 3 players do get into green. React all the way in the back, gets tagged up, all up to Cheeto to try and get him out. He does finally. Fifi there for the trades, and no one left to really contest this time. But Sylyx would like this time, or at least keep a white, as they want to move forward towards P4, and you see Schnapps already there.
I was a little bit worried about their spawn positioning, considering that they were all starting to spawn towards stables because Sylyx was starting to hit this block spot. But apparently, they were able to stabilize it at the end of the day. So breaking 200 now is going to be Pboys. Still even got React's streak in his back pocket, and Fifi now looking for one as well. Man, it's streaks for everybody. It's like the Oprah Winfrey show, dude. Everyone gets a streak for Pboys at the very least. So yeah, they will be denied that one once again, but Pboys still well and truly on their way to winning. They can literally, all they need to do is get 10 seconds off the next couple of hills that Sylyx are going for, and they will still be able to win it. That is how far ahead they are.
Yeah, for sure. Sylyx do have control. Good couple kills from Prod. And just want to talk about Fifi. I mean, he struggled both hard points, but he went on like crazy, like 6, 7, or 8 streaks in both of them right now, and so he's been able to bring it back as the game has gone on. Sylyx in control. Fifi jumps on the point. She just got to back down, wait for some support. The repinch is coming in. Desi from bottom art grabs one, can't get the second, and Flinch goes huge with another 2-piece yet again.
Prod forced to go in solo for this one. Has to keep them as far away from winning as is humanly possible. And yes, Cheeto bought some time, getting back on here and denying Pboys some very much needed time. But still, any second helps and is worth shelling for here for Pboys, especially considering it helps you with your posturing for this next objective. Schnapps and Flinch cleaning things up in the middle of the map. But Sylyx still looking to keep control. They're only doing that at the mercy of Flinch, though. And yes, they're going to have to do some backtracking here. Split attention, and that benefits Pboys again. The chaos, the split attention. They're looking to snake it out from underneath their noses. Sylyx losing control, but Prod trying to reestablish it. Takes down 2, trying to get the turn for Flinch, trying desperately to stay alive. And Cheeto looking to do the same, at least preventing what seems like the inevitable at this point. The flip out will be in their favor. So Sylyx maybe can still do it, but it will have to be quite literally perfect. And I believe they just wasted their streak as well. Huge for Sylyx.
Oh, man. They have a chance, but no presence down towards P1. They gotta fly. As soon as they need seconds, you give it up. You go. You fly. You get the hell out of there. You get to P1. Still nobody on the back end, but you see Prod has to go huge. No, he gets cut down, and that's going to be pretty much GG's. Unless they get through the cutoff, but yeah, there's the cutoff there. Schnapps in. GG's. We're going to Game 5.
Yep, Schnapps saying GG's. We're going to Game 5 indeed. Sylyx with a little bit of last-minute heroics, but again, Pboys off to a good start, able to finish their dinner. Despite some heroics from Sylyx in the last couple of objectives, they're still able to push this to a map 5. Flinched, especially there, dude. Getting streaks so early on, both those players, it really did have some good impact on the game, especially denying that 40 seconds off of P3. literally 40 seconds exchanging hands between these two teams. It could be a completely different game.
Yeah, Flinch with yet another all-star performance. He's well over a 2.0 in the 2 hardpoints in this series. And again, kind of tight, but Pboys just took control back half of the game and a lot of garbage time gained from Sylyx. And now with that, we go to map 5 S&D. This is a Pboys pick too, so perhaps they're really liking this Fortress search for a chance at the spot in winners finals.
Yeah, this is going to be Pboys' map pick, but we've already seen Sylyx is pretty well versed in the search and destroy. I think that because of the limited amount of plays you can do on this map, especially in comparison to Asilo, that does definitely benefit Pboys a little bit more. These guys are a very structured, methodical team. When you know exactly what your opponents are going to do, more or less within a few degrees, it's a little bit easier to deal with. When you don't know if your opponents are going to go for A, go for B, like you can on Asilo, if they're going to go for some wraps on you, then you can start to see things like Sylyx was able to get away with. But honestly, I think this does fit Pboys' MO a little bit more. Not saying that's going to guarantee them to win over Sylyx, because again, very good at search and destroy, very good at getting their trade out kills and their all-ins. But yeah, it is, in my estimation, still going to be better than Asilo.
Yeah, for sure. And the nice thing about Fortress is that offense is the favorite side, which rare for search and destroy, not only in this game, but specifically in any Call of Duty. It's always so defensive heavy. Fortress just completely eliminates that. And, you know, the offensive side, it's like, how can you react to the utility being used? How can you watch open and get bombed down at the same time? You know, the A is obviously the favorite site, and that's where a lot of teams are going to go. But it's really a game of cat and mouse in every scenario. It's like, okay, who's going to give up the first blood first? Who's going to peek the wrong angle? Who's going to get caught out doing something a little off book? Fortress is a very fundamentally sound map if you have it that way. You can't go running around going on crazy flanks because it's such a small map, especially towards P1 side. If you want to wrap on the defensive side, it's too small to really do anything crazy like that. So it's a lot of fundamentals that Fortress has as part of its characteristic.
Yep, I do agree. And so, leaving this series, though, we do have a little bit of intel as to who the winner of this is going to be facing next, and that is going to be Acrylic, beating their previous opponents of Ascend 3-1, sending Ascend to the losers bracket. I do recall that we had a little bit of an interview with Vamp saying they will not just beat Acrylic, but beat them easily. Clearly not the case, unfortunately, for him, as, yeah, Acrylic eagerly awaiting the winner of this map 5.
Yeah, I mean, I like the confidence from the Ascend players, but we've noticed in the times that we have seen them on stream, they're just not. There's something missing with that team. You know, it's especially in Search and Destroy. There's just something missing as far as like working together as a 4 pair, and I don't know. They're just not going to be able to beat teams like Acrylic or Pboys or Sylyx if they can continue to rely on individual gun skill. That's not how you win tournaments, but regardless, they'll bump down to the losers bracket. They'll wait in loser semis for the winner of Pulsive and 7th Nation. Onyx and Rally. So they should have a favorable matchup in in losers quarters rather, which is quite nice for them. But at the same time, like, you'd much rather be in the winners bracket side of things in Ascend. Not going to be doing that today, as Acrylic going to be sitting waiting for the winner of this one map to be decided here in the winners semis between Pboys and Sylyx. And well, I'm going to ask you, Kamka. You asked me for a prediction last time. I'm going to ask you who's taking this game 5.
All right. So put a gun to my head, force me to make a decision here. I will say Pboys. I think they get it done. Like we said, these guys are a very methodically sound team, and this map is all about who can, properly execute the meta better. And so, it being their map pick, I'm sure they know exactly that as well. This map is all about set pieces. These guys have been playing together a while, practiced that a lot. Sylyx has that same thing going for them, but still, I did say that this is a forced choice. I didn't want to have to pick either of them, but if I had to make a decision, it is going to be Pboys, and I'll even go one step further, and I'll say that they beat them 6-4.
Very interesting. Well, I'm going to counter you once again. I think it's going to be Sylyx. I just think I did not see enough from Pboys and Search and Destroy to have them convince me that they can flip the script here. And I just think Flinch has not been the same player translating from Respawn to Search and Destroy, but we'll see. I'm going to go with the Sylyx 6-3. I do think it's going to be a little bit close, but Sylyx ultimately comes on top. We'll find out right now. Game 5 underway. Winner semifinals. Winner moves on to play Acrylic in the winners finals here at Kinetic Leagues Columbus. We're underway.
Yep. Bomb going to be going down from Pboys. Very well done. I was about to say because they did it without losing a blood, but Sylyx going to instantaneously change that. Prod. Busting open the door, shutting it, looking to open the door once again on the Flinch. Surprise, he gets him. And ooh, React killing his teammate, but it's worth because he gets a kill in return. Beefy getting a little bit pressured. Gotta watch out for the wraparound from React. He is baiting this out very, very well, but React looking to flip the map on his opponents, trying to buy some time. Bomb is being defused, so React, his presence will be required. Decimate, not afraid, and trusting Stooky. Just a little bit too late on the chow there for React, as Sylyx will get the retake successful.
Yeah, good retake. I like that they double chowed out the back. You got to get that player back 18 or else you're not going to win the round. That's just a given. And they finally do the double chow. Fifi, not much he could do there, and React just not enough time to really do anything about that. And yeah, it's going to be Sylyx up 1-0, and I do think we might be having a couple of bit of issues. It looked a little bit glitchy towards the end of that round, and I mean, good start for Sylyx. I'm sure we're going to start up 1-0, still in favor of them, but it looks like we are going to get a map reset here, and well, we can talk about that round a little bit. You like the aggressive bomb plant from Pboys, but unable to hold on to the site.
I mean, yeah, whenever you're able to get a bomb down without taking a single death, it's always a good thing. Unfortunately, on the way out, they weren't quite able to keep that, and with that, invited a lot of pressure from Sylyx. Yeah, they were able to isolate a lot of the players away from each other, and unfortunately, React was a little bit too far away to check the bomb, and so yeah, that's pretty much a breakdown of that round from Sylyx, going ahead and taking the lead, but I do believe the lobby did break, so ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go to a quick break ourselves as we do get this lobby reset up. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in here with map number 5 between Sylyx and Pboys. The winner of this will go on to the winners finals, and so a lot to play for here, Zarin. And just a little bit of background as well. We are going for a full reset, so forget you ever saw that first round. This is actually the first round.
Yep, that was just a little warm up. It was like the knife round in CS:GO, so just a quick little warm up, and we are back into the real thing. And a good start here for Pboys. And despite the efforts from Sylyx in that fake round, gonna be a full reset. So now it's up to yes, of course. It's gonna be up to Cheeto and Stooky to try to get this one back to a 3v2. Sorry, a 2v2. Bomb is planted already. Yeah, Cheeto does get one back though, but the full wrap from open and close, this could pay off huge, but Stooky loses that gunfight. Cheeto gets one back, 11 seconds left to go, and he's just gonna run out of time. Not enough, as he does not know where this final player is. Gonna be cleaned up, and Pboys get the round win, and they'll go up 1-0.
Yep, looks like we got a little bit of alternate history today, going ahead and having a second opportunity to get that round straight. It was a lot better of an execution that time. Not losing a player first, in fact, getting a player on those double doors. That is a big difference maker between that and the round that didn't actually happen. I'm just kidding. But yeah, Pboys now taking the lead on the attacking side. That is how you want to execute on the attacking side.
No, you're absolutely right, and they did a great job. And you get that offensive win. Now you can start to build off of that. Expect Sylyx to answer back here. Cheeto gonna have the bomb. They're just gonna wait out the nades, wait out any sort of movement from the side of Pboys, but they will slowly start to make their way up. They're gonna see the cross. Fifi on the stairs. The trophy gonna get destroyed, so that could be huge too. Now they're gonna maybe get React to chuck some nades, chuck some stuns over top. Try to push these players back. So nade already used. Flinch draws first blood with that AR. React tagged up heavily. Needs to work all the way back to open steps. And now bomb's going to get planted 4v3. Pboys with the advantage.
Pboys with the advantage, but Sylyx still a lot of life in this round. A lot that they can do. Cheeto gonna go and take a little bit of a route on these guys. Fifi getting a little bit tagged up through the door, trying to find a way to escape to, and in the meantime, Cheeto going through the middle of the map, seeing if he can catch the enemy team's push a little bit off guard, and it looks like he's drawing a lot of attention towards himself.
Yeah, this is
and
good.
So, yeah, that's actually huge, the fact that he was able to draw that one player away. Time is running out, and oh my goodness, the one left standing is the one that went for the chase. Sylyx, well done. Excellent bait from Cheeto. 8 out of 8, 100%. And Schnaps, out of time. Not a whole lot he can do here. Just gonna maybe try and find one kill to nurse some streaks, but well played by Cheeto, even if he dies from the bomb.
Yeah, great job from Cheeto, like you said. Very high IQ play in that moment. Just staying alive, pulls the attention of 2 players, and essentially makes it a 1v2 towards the site. And 1v2 twice even, so good stuff from him. Sylyx gets the offensive round win, and yeah, we're back even.
Yep, both teams showing their different strengths in terms of getting attacking round wins. One of them comes from getting first bloods, the other one comes from just outsmarting your opponent. And ooh, Sylyx going for a little bit of a high risk, high reward type of play. Unfortunately, Pboys, they play by the book. They always check that kind of stuff. Cheeto sitting, waiting with a sniper. Nade gonna be forcing him off the angle though. But Prod in the middle of the map, great extension from him. Oh my goodness, that round is now gonna be so much harder for Pboys.
Yeah, this is gonna be tricky. Bomb down right on bomb. You got 2 players in open, 1 in top single. Like this wrap from React. Nade's gonna go over top. It might hit. Doesn't actually, but Cheeto drops him down with a snipe. It's now 1v3 left for Fifi, and Sylyx very much in the driver's seat. Gonna get the first defense on the board. Barring something crazy, I should add.
Yep. Might just have to see something crazy. No shenanigans today, says Cheeto as he gets another snapshot snipe onto this guy. So yeah, Cheeto definitely making some impact with these sniper shots. We've seen that be a factor in both of these search and destroys now. Something that has to now be feared by Pboys. Unfortunately for them, they know where Cheeto's going to be, but there's a reason why you hold that spot with the sniper. It's expected, but knowing doesn't always help. It's such a good spot to deal with. It pretty much prevents you from planting the bomb unless you can util him off of the angle.
Yeah, and well, Cheeto finding a way. He's turned up in map 3, turning up right now in map 5, where it matters most. Basically, anytime the series has been tied, Cheeto's been there to drop numbers. Couple of trades going back and forth. We're still at a bit of a stalemate towards this A site. Bomb not really moving for the likes of Sylyx. And Prod slowly creeping his way up to top single. Might be able to catch this player off, but Fifi is looking at it too.
Honestly, they might not know. They killed one of the players on the bomb site, so that, for all they know, that could be all their stun checks suggested, but now React's going to be jumping the gun a little bit, taking some shots at Cheeto and losing the gunfight. That's a little bit of a rough one. Good pickup for Cheeto, though. Fifi going to try and fish for the kill with the nade. It is going to be on point. Does get trophied out, though, but hits him still. Great headshot. Trying to line him up, but they do deviate from each other a little bit too much. And so, another great win for Sylyx.
Yep. Indeed, you like the repinch from the other side. I like the fact that Prod waited it out, waited for that teammate support coming in from P1, and ISO'd that player out in open steps. And with that, completed the final kill. And Sylyx now in the driver's seat, back on defense. Can they get another defense, or will Pboys be able to answer back, get back into their rhythm? And Schnapps, you need to get one. I mean, Stuckey doesn't even have one either, but they're still up 3-0. So a little bit of a bizarre search so far, but a very fast. Look at this, player number 6, Stuckey, already creeping his way around to double steps. Grabs one, looking for that second player too. React does have that AR though, so he's not going to take that gunfight right away. But the call-out's going to come in, and guess who's there? It's Desi to pick up that kill also. And now a 2v3, thanks to a kill from Flinch, to at least give them a bit better of a chance.
Ooh, Stuckey in a really interesting spot. Yes, Snops will be able to get the better of him, and with that, Sylyx loses a lot of their ability to control the map They can either look B, they can split their attention, but they cannot adequately hold A up against their opponents unless Pboys are a little bit careless in their push. Trophy system on the objective will be meaning that they'll have to expend some of their util, but yeah, time is quickly running out. Schnapps, I think him and Flinch are going to have to basically at this point go for A. They seem to think otherwise. Going for a B line to B, trying to nade him off the cross map position. Doesn't get a hit on that. Is Cheeto still alive, though, with the sniper, so he does have to be respected, as does Desi. Schnapps, forgetting something there, buddy. Having to backtrack for the bomb with 10 seconds left. Very painful death to be taking, and Sylyx are going to rotate. No time for Schnapps. That is going to be another round one for Sylyx due to time.
Wow, great job from Decimate. That whole round just stayed in one spot pretty much that whole time. It just cut them off from P1. Somehow managed to get that kill on that trailing player. And eventually there onto Schnapps. He's up to 7-1 now. And Sylyx really taking control of the search and destroy here on Fortress. And man, Pboys, all for what? You need to get something together. You needed to get it together now. Otherwise, he'll be dropping down to the loser's bracket.
Yep. And Desi, once again, proving that he is the search and destroy master. The best we've seen so far in this tournament. Let's not forget, dropped 17-2 in their last performance on stream. Now is 7-1. If he gets a little bit more rounds up against Pboys, he might be able to get close to that again. So, either way, he does have a streak potentially here, which is another hurdle for Pboys as they try to regain their lead.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a tough ask. You got a guy going 7-1. You got that streak. They know it too. And they're just playing passively. They're looking for any opportunity for them to push up into art specifically. Schnapps is going to get called out in mid. See Flint's going to take his position over in top green. Dookie in a really nice spot right now. It's complete control of bottom art. Might have a fight here in a sec. Gets the timing. No. Snapshot's first blood. He's just going to back on up. Well, first blood rather for Pboys as Desi continues his little run. Stop sitting on these cannon boxes. Prod looking around. Nothing happening quite yet. And there's Schnapps with the second kill of the round.
Yeah, they do hold A little bit too weakly. They divert their attention too much, and Sylyx are able to sneak a bomb plant. Good stuff from Sylyx, figuring out where their opponents are and aren't watching. So, Cheeto, watching the flank with a sniper rifle. We'll see what he can get done. God, scoping in a little bit too slow there, unfortunately, for him.
Oh my God.
Decimate looking to get it done. Flinch trying to catch him on the run around, giving him the run around, running down the clock completely here, and completely annihilating him as well. Decimate getting it done. 9th kill of the game here for him, making it look easy. 5-1 Sylyx.
I mean, right idea there for Pboys. The double hit through the back 18. I mean, you ISO that one player again, and you make it a 2v1.
Wait,
but you just kind of...
That's the 11th kill for him. He got an ace.
Yeah, wow. So, I mean, you might want to use that streak if you're going to start working towards that second one. I mean, it may not even matter. You're up 5-1. But yeah, right idea for Pboys. Just to kind of single child the steps and, well... Desi is not missing at all right now. 11-1. Maybe he's trying to go for that KD record too here in search. Dookie draws first.
Technically, he does already have it. Looking to one-up himself in his own record. Flinched, desperately trying to get a kill. Finds one on a Cheeto. Dookie going for the wrap, but flinched. He might be wrapping on his wrap. Does at least find Fifi before going down. He's about to be right behind Flinch. Doesn't know it yet. Able to react in time. Able to evade. Looking to keep himself alive. That nade should do it. Going back to the same spot. So, a lot riding on Flinch's shoulders. Knife out.
Oh my God.
Oh, Stookie getting it done. That's one guy left for Pboys. Bomb is down. This might be it for Pboys in the winner's bracket. Unless React can pull off a miracle, the likes of which we have never seen. He does have the backs of all the enemy players to him, but Stookie about to peek that window. Does get a little bit shut down. Desi is there, though, and the 12th kill for Desi. The celebrations all around as they now know they are going to face Acrylic in the finals.
Desi has just put on the second craziest performance in Search and Destroy at this event, and he was the one who did it yesterday. He went 17-2 on Embassy yesterday, and now 11-1 on Fortress Game 5 winners semifinals. Wow, what a bigger moment. No bigger moment to pop off like he did. And Sylyx pull it off. They win the Neslos, the 2, 3, and 5. They get the job done, and they're on to the winner semis.
Man, even one-upping themselves in their previous Search and Destroy. Amazing performance there from Sylyx. And honestly, Decimate. I will never underestimate Decimate ever again, dude. Like, seriously, if you ever ask me a question if they're going to win a Search and Destroy, I will say yes, because Decimate is on that team. 17-2 in the last time we saw them on stream, 11-1 this time. Seriously, this guy is ridiculous, and I need to hear exactly how he does it. Like, if you're looking for some tips in Search and Destroy, watch this guy, hire him as a coach. He's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, wow. Like, you go 11-1, 17-2. He had a good map too as well in this series specifically. It's hard to lose when you got a guy shooting like that. It really is. And he's been able to do it all weekend for them. What an addition to this core 3. And Sylyx, who kind of had a disappointing group play, able to push their way on through to the winners finals and guarantee themselves a top 4 finish, or top 3 finish, or top 4 finish at the very least, which is absolutely huge for them. And yeah, Sylyx well on their way, but Pboys down but not out. Still got Ascend to take care of. Man, what a match that's going to be.
Yep. I honestly think that's going to be a great match to watch. I hope that we get to see that one and it doesn't happen too quickly going through these winners finals. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, Acrylic still waiting in the wings, now knowing their opponent is going to be Sylyx. That is going to be a hell of a match to watch as well, my dude. Seriously, we've seen Acrylic not getting a whole lot of issues at all today, but in the last game, they did finally lose a map, which is something that hasn't happened to them this entire land so far. So if it bleeds, maybe you can kill it if you're Sylyx. Their Search and Destroys clearly are pretty good.
Potentially, yeah. I mean, if you want to rely on the searches, you rely on the Neslos. That's the way to do it against this squad. I mean, they're going to be, Acrylic's going to be a very good hardpoint team, and I think it's going to be almost impossible beating them on hardpoint based off of skill alone. But you get into the Search and Destroys. If you're inexperienced, like Acrylic is, as a foursome, things can start to go wrong. And Sylyx, because they've been playing together so long, and with Desi coming in as the fourth that is going to drop over 10 kills every map, like, the S&Ds are very possible to take. You just got to steal a respawn. So we'll see. We will be looking at that match in a couple of hours, most likely. And it actually is going to be Pboys going up against Seventh Heaven in the loser semis. So that's either way, that's still going to be a really great match, and I'm excited to see that one as well.
Yep, no easy games from this point forward. Even in the losers bracket, we have trimmed the chaff, and we are going into. We've only got the proper substance left here, dude. It's going to be only bangers from this point forward, ladies and gentlemen. If your friends aren't watching this, now would be a great time to start tuning in, as everything is going to start mattering a lot. Everyone's going to be starting to go home. We're going to be finding out who our winners are very, very soon. But yeah, first, we're going to be getting a little bit of intel on how to drop 10 kill games consistently in Search and Destroy from Decimate. Interview with them coming up very, very soon. And honestly, dude, I need some tips. I need to know how to beat some kids in ranked play, and clearly Decimate is the best source of that knowledge.
You just got to win your gunfights. I mean, it feels like every which way, Decimate found a way to win those engagements. I mean, no matter if one person, 2 people, 3 people were flying at them, didn't matter. Decimate was getting the job done. And speaking of Decimate, he's going to be joining us right now from the winning team. Moving on to the winners finals. Desi, talk to me about your individually first. I got to hear about your performance yesterday. 17-2 on Embassy Surge. You finished 11-1 on this game 5. How do you do it?
I mean, honestly, the way this COD's played now is just like so lane heavy, and as a main AR, everything just kind of comes to you. Eventually, it's going to come to you. So, honestly, I just play the info my team gets me. We like to use our util. We use the stuns, we use nades, we find out where everything's, the locations, like that last round of the map which just played. Cheetah's watching our back. I know all I got to do is snake front. and just let it come to me. So just play the game.
Just play the game. Great advice there from Decimate. And so, yeah, dude, looking a little bit further on, you guys are about to go up against Acrylic. Only lost one map so far this entire series. How are you guys feeling for that coming off of this win up against Pboys?
Shit, we got winner S&Ds. That's all. I mean, HP, we kind of had a bad series. Like that series for our HPs, we picked all of our bad maps. Like I don't know. I usually do Vitos. Cheetah did Vitos. He didn't do good Vitos, but yeah, I don't know. We just gotta HP. We just gotta slow it down. Play us. We know how to play the game. It's just there's the little clutch situations just aren't going our way. Eventually they will. Hopefully it's this next series we get. But S&D, we just gotta clutch up in the S&D control. I think we're 2-0 in control right now. So.
Well, yeah, and just joining this core three for this event, how have you been able to slot in as the fourth, and how's the comfortability between the four of you guys?
It's good. I mean, I've known these guys for my entire career, honestly. Like I've been playing against them, playing eights with them sometimes. Like there's the chemistry's there. Now it's just all about putting it together in game. So, I mean, we've adapted pretty well. The pool play games yesterday kind of ironed out a lot of the little things, but I mean, now we're starting to feel it. Now it's all starting to make sense to us. So I think now we're gonna be fine.
I like it.
Yep. And well, Decimate, best of luck in the winners finals. We're eagerly anticipating seeing you guys do that one. Can we expect any more 10+ kill games out of you?
Shit, I'm hoping. I hope so. I'm gonna keep that one going.
That'll be quite the sight to see. And we'll see you then, dude. Best of luck.
Thank you. I'll see y'all.